He's like, because the salesman is on the phone right now selling one. Hello everybody, coming at you with all my might. It is Smite. How you guys doing today? If it's your first time here, don't forget to slap that subscribe button. I post new videos every week. So today we're going to cover the topic of how I actually got this motorcycle, my 2020 Zero SRF. So I ended up going to the internet and I'm like, well, you know what, you can ship motorcycles, it's 2020, I'm gonna look around. So I looked and I was looking at the cheapest motorcycle and I found one for like around like 15 grand. And that's the thing is you can't find a Zero SRS. You couldn't at this time. There was only 100 Zeros in the nation at this point on Cycle Trader. So with that many, there's not a whole lot to pick. When you look at the whole United States, 100 is not a lot. So I found this one that was a red one and they wanted around 15 for it. I'm like, okay, I want that bike. And I texted my dad and my dad's like, well, you wanted the other one, so why don't you just wait? I'm like, all right. I was spending the weekend with my wife at her parents. We went up there in the morning, hung out, and I decided I was gonna play on my phone a little bit. I got my phone out and I was checking my emails. And I saw an email from Kissel's saying there was a huge deal on Zeros. So I'm like, oh crap, this might be pretty awesome. So I saw the thing and it was like an extra grand off. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna see if the prices has changed online. So I went to Cycle Trader, and of course I've been using Cycle Trader like straight for the past 5 days at that point. So when I brought it up, it was an old one. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna refresh it. So I refreshed the screen, and the one that was around 15 was like 13.8, and I'm like, holy crap, that is crazy. And the other one was about $500 more. So I'm like, this is crazy. I ran to my wife and I'm like, look, they just dropped the prices on this. I said, this is phenomenal. And the whole reason I wanted to buy a Zero in 2020 is because the tax stuff is still happening in 2020. It's not guaranteed that they're still going to give rebates in 2021. So that's, if you do the rebates, it's about 10% of the purchase price for federal refund. So on a $20,000 bike, you get $2 grand. So on a $14,000 bike, you get, you know, $1,400. Should I call them? And she's like, well, if you want the bike. So I get on the phone. They're in a different time zone. So we're looking at 12 o'clock. They literally just opened in Arizona. And I said, hey, I seen your Zeros on the phone, online. He's like, yeah, we're well, my salesman's on the phone right now. He said, but I could try helping you out. I said, okay. I said, you have two of them. I said, you have a red one and a blue one. I said, why is there a price difference? And he's like, well, here's the deal. I said, one has 500 miles on it, and about 500, and it's the red one, and the other one is brand new. I'm like, okay, so that's why there's a price difference. But the price difference was only $500. Well, I'm gonna buy one. He's like, oh, okay, well, let me get a hold of my salesman here. I'm like, all right, sweet. And he comes back, he's like, which one are you wanting? He's like, because the salesman is on the phone right now selling one. I'm like, oh no. He's like, he's selling the red one, which was the demo bike. I'm like, I want that blue one, don't sell it. He's like, all right, well, give me your number. I said, no. He's like, no, we'll wait till the salesman's done. I said, I can wait on the line. I said, I got all day. He's like, all right, well, we'll wait so we can hold you. A couple minutes later, we got in, I put a deposit down, and then we worked all the paperwork out to get it shipped. It was $500 to ship this from, I think it was actually $600 to ship it from Arizona to Pennsylvania via truck. But the way they ship was it really is insured and reputable. To shipbikes.com or haulbikes.com. It was a crazy experience. Obviously it took a month to get here because of the whole world situation. Everybody's buying bikes and shipping them, so the shipping company was literally like 4 weeks back. But I ended up paying like $14,700 for this, and then another $600 on top for shipping, and I just bopped my mirror. So $14,700 plus $600 shipping, and with tax I think we're around like 16. I want to say 16,600 is how much I paid out the door for this bike. But I've already received a $500 check from the Pennsylvania government for the rebate program. If you buy an electric vehicle, they will give you money back. It's pretty neat. So that's the story on how I got my Zero SRF. Originally, like I said, I wanted the SRS, but ultimately the price difference, I could not find one under $19,000, and they were all premiums. I didn't want a premium. The premium, it just is not suited for my needs, and we'll go into suiting a bike for your needs later. We're gonna zip down here a little bit.